Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people.
This is a reaction to the Steelman's Bigfoot video. For one, I'm really proud of you, man. I finally talked you into going on a Bigfoot hunt. I've been bugging you for about a year to do it. I told you have the time of your life. Especially when they started howling at the end there. Oh, I know you wanted to run. That's one thing you don't do is run. If you run, you become the rabbit. They will chase you, they will catch you, and they will hurt you. It shows fear, and once they figure out you're afraid of them, they'll take advantage of that. As far as the trails they make, we have no idea why they do that. We believe that they just try to mimic humans, but we have yet to figure that out. I mean, I've been studying these creatures for 35 years, so, and there's a lot that I don't know about them. There's a lot that scientists don't know, or the investigators don't know about them. They do have their own language. If you hear a mumble or like a chatter, that's them communicating. We don't know what language it is. We can't decipher it. Or no one has deciphered it yet. They have their own syllables, their own language, you know, their own vowels, everything else. As far as what Tim found, that could have been a food stash, or it could have been a buried body. 9 times out of 10 it's a food stash, because they do bury their food, and they do bury it in a hollow. They dig out a hole, and they do make it like a box, so like bears and stuff can't get to it. You know, other animals can't get to it. And it also could have been an entrance to a in-ground shelter. They've been known to dig holes and dig down, and but you never know. It could have been a buried body. It could have been, you know, a buried body, because they do bury their dead. We found, there has been a graveyard, a Bigfoot graveyard found one time, and it was dug up, and but when they went back to collect the bones, or to finish digging up the bones, all the grave sites were dug up already, and all the bodies were gone. Bigfoot does not want to be found, does not want to be, you know, they like their privacy. If you go out hunting them, remember, when you're in the woods, you're on their territory. You play it by their terms. You going into their stash, that was more likely a food stash than a buried body with that Tim found. But I'm proud of you, man. You lost your virginity. It's about time. I've been bugging you for what, a year and a half to go Bigfoot hunting? You'd enjoy yourself. I've been, hell, I think I even told John one time to go Bigfoot hunting, but of course, you know, no one listens to me. Finally, you got the courage to go. You finally took my advice and went Bigfoot hunting. I bet you had the time of your life. Scared as hell, but I bet you had the time of your life. I mean, if I was with you, I could have, you know, brought him out to where you actually could have got him on video. Tim said he got one on video. I'm gonna have to watch his video to figure out whether he got one or not. He probably did, because there is a guardian. That's the area there where they make all those structures and stuff. And that one square area that I think it was John that found that, where it looks like it's stacked wood, that was a nest. And then at night sometimes they'll hide behind it, crouch down behind it. they'll use it as a blind, because there had been deer trails or something near there where deer or elk or something come through, and they'll use it as a blind. Oh, tired, long day. Right in the center of that nest that John found, if you look at your video, you got a giant footprint right in the center. You can, well, if you look close enough, you can see it. But you did catch a giant footprint. That was a big one. You got a big boy running around there. The females don't get that big, but the males do. It was a good 16 inches, 18 inch footprint, and it was about the width. They're just a big prints. You don't realize how big until you see them in person. Go back and watch your video. John did not step in it, you know. He was just stepped to the side of it, and where that square stacked wood was. So you guys are trying to figure out what that was. That's where that footprint is. It's right in the center there. Big old prints right out in plain open sight. Well, I mean, you probably won't see it. Maybe you will. It takes a trained person to, you know, recognize those. I recognize them all the time whenever I go out. I mean, I've been studying this creature for 35 years, 36 years now, so, you know, it's like, but I'm glad, man. I'm glad you actually took the initiative and went out and took my advice and went out and did a Bigfoot. I'm really proud to actually see you in a whole new light now. I mean, you actually did a Bigfoot video. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you. You did real good, man. You actually got John to go with you and Tim to go with you this school. I don't know who the other guy was, but that was, yeah, definitely when Tim started playing around that food stash or grave site or whatever that was, whatever, and then they started howling like crazy. Yeah, that was probably a good time to get out of there, because more than likely you were digging into something they didn't want you to have. You would have stuck around any longer. They would show themselves, but if they show themselves, they mean business. So, you know, I have seen them grab onto people. I have seen them rip people's arms off. I've been in situations like that where people would taunt and taunt and taunt. Now, what you didn't experience, which I was surprised, was rock throwing. Usually they throw rocks at you to keep you away from what they want. They probably couldn't see or probably didn't realize how close you were to whatever it is they were hiding. But normally, when you get to something close that they guard, they go through that much trouble to bury, usually they throw rocks at you well, they throw rocks in your general direction. Okay? If they hit you with a rock, it was done purposely, and it was done for one reason: to kill you. So obviously, you were close to what they were hiding, but you didn't really get or see what they were hiding, so you didn't get no rocks thrown at you. But if you were to dig up or whatever was there, I guarantee you would have had a shower of rocks coming at you. But yeah, I'm sitting there yelling at the screen, "No, Tim, don't unbury it, don't unbury it, don't leave what's ever there," you know? But now, if you went back tomorrow to check what was there, I guarantee you it's dug up and whatever was there is gone, because, you know, you guys should have did a couple tree knocks. Maybe a couple howls. They then would have known that it was humans. And usually humans, 9 times, especially if there's a group of humans, they really kind of just let you know they're there. but they really won't interact with you that much. They might, but apparently you were onto something that they definitely didn't want you to see, and that's why they got aggressive like that. Those howls there were warning howls. I'm really glad you took the warning, got scared, and took off. Whatever you do, don't do what a lot of these wannabe Bigfoot hunters do. Don't what they call gifting. Do not leave gifts of food. Do not leave gifts of anything. Okay? Don't, I mean, because you leaving a gift of some kind of food or some kind of, trinket or something, you leaving a gift, you're showing weakness. Okay? Now, they already know they're 10 times stronger than you. If a Sasquatch wants to more or less be in an open communication with you and is comfortable with you, they will leave you a gift first. It may be a tree branch, or maybe, some letters on the ground, universal letters, some kind of, oh, it's late. But they might leave you a feather. But you pick one spot in the area you go into where you gift back and forth. Now, the most honorable thing to leave a Sasquatch is a turkey feather. Because when you leave a turkey feather, it's supposed to be the universal sign of peace. It's supposed to be an eagle feather, but it's illegal to own anything related to an eagle, like a feather, because they're the national bird, so you can't read. But a turkey feather will mimic that, and it will show respect. However, you might not want to go in the same spot. You can go within a mile or two of the spot you were in, because that way it shows a little bit more respect. Because if they did have something buried in that hole, and you come back there, if they haven't unburied it or dug it up out of there, they'd be kind of aggressive in that area. But what you want to take is something that ghost hunters use, which you know very well about. Take an EMF detector. The EMF detector will let you know when they're around. Believe it or not, it does. However, don't try to ask them to make it turn red on. That's not how you work that. You just use it as a detector, and if it lights up to red, that means they're real close by. If it's on green, they're not close by. They're not going to talk through that thing or anything like that. It's not like a ghost, but you can use it to find it. Sometimes you can use it to find them. It doesn't work all the time, but it is a device that some ghost hunters use. I've never used one, but I've seen people use them, and when we used them, we never had any luck. I mean, they'd be standing 50 feet from us, and nothing happens on the meter, so I guess it's up to you. But it is a device and a tool that can be used to locate them. They give off some kind of high frequency EMF field when they talk or when they scream or something. I'm not sure. That's new school stuff to me. A lot of areas I go into, especially if there's a new area, I will approach with caution. One thing you do want to take with you when you go Bigfooting, you always want to take a sidearm with you. Not a rifle, but a sidearm. And do not let that sidearm be known to the Sasquatch that you have it. Because if they do come at you, do not shoot at them because, well, you ain't gonna penetrate their skin. Well, the skin you might. Their hair is like their hair that covers their body is like Teflon. They're very hard to kill. What you want to do is you want to fire a couple shots in the air or into the ground. Fire some shots in the ground. It's basically letting them know they're too close. And also let them know that you're in control. It's kind of, you never want to fire at them because all you do is piss them off and they don't care about how many guns you got, they're going to come at you. If they start throwing rocks at you, that means you're too close to their food, to their dead, or to their young, you know. They'll protect all three of those things. Don't fire at them, don't fire anything in the ground when that happens. When that happens, you back off. You turn around and go the other way. But there's a lot about Sasquatch I could tell you. Not just in the video, but I can tell you all kinds of stuff about Sasquatch. I'd rather take you out in the field myself and teach you. Show you what to look for signs of them. Not just the tree breaks and the bends and stuff like that. But I like to take you out there, show you myself. Certain types of rock stacking, what it means. I mean, all I know is I can't believe we actually did it. He told me you were scared to death to do something like that, but I'm glad you overcame your fear. Now you got, what you gotta do is, now you're probably a little shooken up, and at the same time you're shooken up, but you're excited because you want to go back out there. But you don't want to go back out there because of all of what you experienced. But you're more at the feeling is, I want to go there, I want to go back out there, you know. Now we'll steal one. I just thought I'd be the first to tell you congratulations on losing your virginity. You all have a good night. I'm Jim with Life's Adventures, keeping it real. Get out there and enjoy life because there's a lot to explore.